stuff going on in your knees and you have a blanket, use the blanket under your knees as much as you can during this whole process of giving, okay? As the giver, we'll come to sit in a kneeling position at the feet of our receiver and just close our eyes and bring our hands together, the heart, our hands to the heart. And drop back into feeling. Noticing your breath. And as you begin to settle in, bring to mind a time in your life that you felt really loved, cared for, and supported. Could have been from a good friend or a relative. And just connect to how that feels, to have that love, care, and support. And as you settle into that feeling, just allow gratitude and appreciation to develop. And coming from that place of love and support and gratitude and appreciation, will allow this giving a massage to reflect that. When you're ready, slowly begin to open your eyes. And then as the giver, just bring your hands together, rub them together, face the feet. And then we'll bring the hands a little bit away from each other. You might feel a tingling in your hands, sensation. And then we'll gently begin to lower the hands down to make first contact. Seeing the person in front of you, seeing the breath, and beginning to even sync your breath up with it. And on the next inhale, we'll catch both feet and lift them. Is that okay on your knee? And then just lean back and just rock a little bit. Notice how I'm in a place where my arms are straight. So scoot back to a place where you can keep your arms straight. You're not using any muscular effort, just leaning back. You're letting gravity do the work. Inhaling to release and exhaling. On the next inhale, we'll just lift the feet off the thighs. And then make sure that you bring the feet to a place where they're on the mat. On the exhale, we'll pour the weight into the left hand, finding the heel of the hand against the arch of the foot. And then inhaling to come up and exhaling into the right. Is that okay underneath? Ish? Okay. Inhale up and exhale. Breathe in, and I even like to let the toes kind of roll over each other a little bit, so I can massage in between the toes. And again, notice how my arms stay straight, and I'm finding alignment in the body. So I'm pulling it to a position where my shoulder stacks over the wrist. From here, we'll point the fingers to face towards the head of our receiver, and we'll start palming our way up the inner line of the calf. So letting the pinky edge of your hand find the valley between the calf and the tibia, or the calf and the shin bone. And just palming our way up towards the knee. And palming the way back down towards the heel and the ankle. If you get to a place where you can kind of curl your toes under a little bit, you can get a little bit more leverage if you get up a little closer to the knee. And once we get up by the knee for the second time, we'll come into a lunge, bringing the right foot to the outside of the left knee. And then we'll bring the patella, or the kneecap, into the palm of our hand. Extend the fingers long and just make some circles. Okay. And then we'll roll in the other direction as well. And if I get a little bit ahead of you, there'll be parts where I'll kind of pause and stay with it so you guys can catch up. All right, and then from here, we'll sit up and bring the heel of our hands in and our fingers out. And we'll massage. We're going to palm press up from the inner line of the kneecap all the way up to the hip crease. So just pouring the weight, a little bit less weight by the knees, and progressively a little bit more weight as you make your way up to the hip crease. And as the receiver, you can help out the giver too. If it feels really good, just making a little bit of sound, and giving thumbs up every now and then. Yeah, and if you need a little bit more too, communication works wonders in any relationship, right?
Never worked in mine.
When it's that type of communication.
And look at my situation.
Yes. So heels in. We got the Grinch who stole Valentine's Day. Heels in.
Haven't made it weird.
Fingers out. So we're pouring right at the hip crease. Pouring the weight into finding the blood stop. You might be able to feel the pulse underneath your hands. If you don't, it's still a nice grounding sensation to be here. You okay? And then just know from here you could even go a little deeper. So you could be in a lunge, you could bring it into more of like a warrior pose. You could even bring it into down dog. For any of you guys that are into acrobatic stuff, you could come into crow pose. Handstand. All right, and then we'll lower the knee back down, or both knees if both of them are lifted. And we'll just lean back and brush from the hip points all the way out the toes. I like to kind of flick the energy out of my hands. 3 brushes. Remember, I said no laughing. All right. Hold on to the heel of the hand, and so you're going to hold on to their left heel with your right hand. Okay. Everyone, make sure you get the left heel with the right hand. The other heel. Yeah. If nothing else, Glenn, we'll learn the left and the right. Alright, it's all good. Everyone got to that? Alright. And then you can just sit up like this and use your hand behind the knee to get it to bend. Is that okay? And then planting the foot down, the knee up, we'll come into a butterfly, bringing the top of the shin right over the foot. So it kind of locks it into place. You okay?
Good.
Okay. Alright, so I know he's got a big scar on his knee, I can see. And he also told me that he has some stuff going on in his knee. Okay, so I'm going to pay a lot of attention to that as I work. As you go through this process and you give massage and you receive it, if there's any sort of stuff going on in your body that you need to like give a little bit of attention to, just let the person know that you're working with. Alright? I'm going to bring my right hand onto his knee, and my left hand will go back behind the calf, and I'll just lean back. I'm going to start off gently with him, just because I know that there's some little bit of mobility stuff going on in the knee. Good? Alright, so just pulling back and rolling down a little bit to make my way all the way down to the heel. Does that mean good?
That's good. Thumbs
Okay,
up,
cool.
good.
2 thumbs up means extra good. Alright. And then from here, I'll switch hands. I'm going to bring my left hand to his knee and my right hand over. And this might be a place where it gets... Is that okay? Okay. So it's leaning back and pulling back. If you start noticing that the heel slips out, you can bring your foot to lock it in. And that'll kind of keep it all in place. And then from here, I'll interlace my fingers, and I'm working to kind of squeeze the muscle in between my hand and lean back. And then I'll go a little lower, and then start making my way back up. Creating some space on the left side, massaging the thigh. Great. This move right here, it's like I'm massaging the thigh, but I'm also the lower back, and I can see that the massage is working all the way out through the crown of his head even. It's like a full body massage just from this one move. Alright. Now I'll bring my hand to the knee, the right one, and just lift his knee up. Is that okay?
Yep.
And I know he has some stuff going on his hip too, so I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be gentle here. And I'm just making some circles. Moving slow. And I even like to kind of hold back behind the knee like a platter. Alright. And then I'll sit back down. And I'll bring my heel right back behind his knee. See how the heel turns in, toes turn out. I'm using my right foot. Everyone got it? I'm holding the foot with both hands. And then I'm just rocking it a little. I get to a place where my leg goes straight, and I just do a few rocks. And then I can lower the foot a little bit more. A few rocks. What are you doing over there? Okay. Yeah. And then you can even turn the toes up, the heel down, and get right back behind the hamstring. And then we'll turn the toes in, heel out. So it's like a karate kick. Right? And then we'll let the knee come out to the side. Is that okay?
Yep. Thumbs up.
All right. It's cool too. I'm getting the side that has a little bit of issues out of the way first, so I can kind of see where he's at. All right. From here, I want to be in a place so my foot, the knife edge of my foot, is right in the knee crease. You guys see that? Everyone got that? I can hold the foot with both hands, and I'll start a little closer to the pelvis. I like to start with the arch of the foot and then roll the toes in to get sharper. Notice how I get to a place where my leg goes straight and then I roll out. So there's no tension. I'm not giving any tense energy. Just leaning back a little bit. So I'm just making my way up and down the hamstring with my left foot. Nice. Those are some sweet glasses you got, Jesse.
For you, brother.
Yes. All right, and then walking both feet down the hamstring. All right, and then you can just lower the foot down and bring the leg back so that it goes straight. And then I'd like to just kind of roll it in and out a few times just to make sure I release all the tension out of the leg. It's amazing what a little bit of rocking can do.
That was awesome.
Good, I'm glad, man. All right, and then we'll catch the right foot with the left hand. Notice how I just bring it to a place where I'm not really having to hold it much. Resting position, I'll just lean up a little bit and use my right hand back behind the knee to get it to drop. I'll extend my left foot long, coming into a butterfly with my right shin over his foot to lock it in there. Just want to make sure I get enough room. And then just leaning back. So my left hand is like a guiding hand, just kind of holding the knee in place.
Okay.
And my right hand makes it the massage on the calf. So start from the inside first. And then I'll switch. I'll bring my right hand to his knee and my left hand, and I'll roll up. And if I start noticing that the foot is moving around, which it does sometimes, I can use my other foot to lock it.
Should we be going as fast as you?
Yeah, you can move with whatever sort of movement works with you, whatever rhythm you find. Sometimes going really slow feels really good. Sometimes moving kind of quick, you can get the energy to kind of flow a little bit. All right, and then I'll use my left hand on the knee, press to lift it. And let's come into a kneeling position. You might even be able to do this just still sitting like this too. So maybe let's try that out and see how that works. That way I don't have to get onto my knees and sit. Nice. All right, from here, I'm going to turn my heel in, my toes out, catch the foot, and just do some rocks. See how my leg is straight? I'm pulling into my leg as I lean back. And I can turn the toes up, heel down, and get more right on the femur bone and the hamstring in between one of my foot. All right. And then from here, we'll turn the toes in, the heel out, and bring in the knee crease into the foot into the knee crease. You got that? Can you guys hear me and see me okay over there?
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll extend my right foot up close to the pelvis. So So I'm starting with the arch and then rolling out to the knife edge of my foot. And then I'll ease my way up. Just making my way up to my other foot. And then I can start walking both feet. I could hold on with one hand, and I could use my other hand to massage his foot, too. That's how you make a tip right there. In case you were wondering.
Wow. No more like that.
Are we breaking up?
We're breaking up.
Awkward.
It's only awkward if you make it that way.
Right.
Hi. And we'll lower the leg down and then rock it. Now come to a kneeling position and catch both feet. How's that?
Good.
All right, step one foot in.
Watch the
So you're like in a lunge. Bring the hips in, and then turn the toes in and catch your low back and glutes with your legs. Notice how my arms stay straight. I'm not exerting any effort here. Get to a place where your arms are straight and you're relaxed. One of the things you'll notice if you ever go to Thailand and get a Thai massage is usually by like about a 70 or 80 pound, 4 foot tall Thai lady. Right? And how is she going to be able to do more than one massage a day if she doesn't use good body mechanics, right? So less effort. It'll feel better for you, and it'll feel better for them. All right. And then we'll walk up a little bit, and you can use your knees back behind their knees to get them to bend. Yep. And then bring your knees a little wider. Yeah. Yeah. And then take the bus for a drive.
No eye contact.
Get this lift. I don't know how it's going to go. So, I'm just crazy after this.
Keep my thumbs up.
I'm crazy. So just keep your arms straight. Yeah, and just use your whole body. Yeah, just relax, chill, no effort. Leisurely drive through the hills in your butt. All right. I'll bring his knees up. And his feet, the arch of his feet is going to match. It's going to fit right into my knee. So I'll come into a duck squat. Is that okay?
Right there, my knee is tight.
Okay. So he has some stuff going on in his knee. I'm going to apply a little bit more on his right side, okay?
That's good. It's great. That's great.
Okay. We don't want to skimp his right side just because his left side.
That, a little further on this side. Right there.
All right. This is the moment of truth, though. Right here, okay? We're going to interlace our fingers and catch both knees. Let me know if this gets to be too much. Okay. We'll take a breath in. And on the exhale, I'll sit back with your feet. Try not to drop them and try not to fall. Is that okay? Try again. So you can help them out a little bit too by lifting your hips.
Like, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Okay. I feel like I should have.
Okay. Alright. Just so you guys know, it took about 5 or 6 times for me to be able to do that, so you guys are one notch above where I was. All right.
That's all you get.
All right, from here, we'll step to our right a little bit and lift their sacrum up, just to scoot it, so that we can allow their right leg to be in line with the mat. So if you watch this little move that I do here, I'm going to relax your legs a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to catch this foot with mine and lower it down. His right leg.
So pick up your left foot.
You're lowering down. Yeah, you're using your left foot to lower their right foot. You guys get that? Cool? Success. Almost. Alright. Yeah. Catch right behind their ankle and then lower their foot down. Yeah. Hey, Tina. Help them out right there? Yeah. Yeah, that works too. You get it slow. All right, so this is going to be a little tricky. So we're standing on the inside of their right leg. Okay? We'll step our left foot all the way up by their right hip. Is this okay? Okay. So far, so good?
Yep.
All right. And then bring their foot over. And bring their leg all the way over your shin. Okay? From here, I'm going to step my foot up even a little bit more by his armpit. You guys see that? Good?
Actually tighten the back for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, it's better.
Yeah. So the trajectory that I'm doing here is my knee towards his heart.
You just stay right there. Doing that.
I think he's a happy. Look at that grin.
You should do this more often. Right?
I think he said that in his last workshop, like 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. All right, from here, bring your right foot up in line with their lower back and just make little circles. See if you can find the muscle. If you feel bone against your shin, then you're probably not in the right place. Step your foot up a little bit closer to the, step it more the other way. Yeah, you're trying to get the muscle. You're trying to get this muscle right here. So here's the hip bone, here's the femur, here's the TFL. And that's a little dance. Step your foot, hey, your foot goes all the way over her. All the way over her hip, to the other side. Other side, nope. All the way by her armpit. Yeah. Thank God for Tina. All right. How you doing?
Doing great.
Good? All right. So I'm going to have him reach his hands up and catch my hands. Okay? We'll take a breath in. And on the exhale, I'm going to sit up. And I'm just going to do a couple little rocks. If you can, lower them back down and then try to pin the shin, or the sacrum with your shin. Take a breath in. And exhale. So it gives a little bit of a stopping point, so there's more of a twist. All right, from there I'll lower them down. Catch the knee. And then you can play around with catching underneath the leg with your left foot and lifting it up. And then scooting them to the other side. Okay. And then catch their ankle, their left ankle with your right foot and lower it down. All right. We're going to step our right foot to the outside of their left hip. Okay? And then bring their leg, their right leg, all the way over your leg. Yeah. And now step your foot a little closer to the armpit. And then draw in. So I'm moving in this direction. If it's not going quite deep enough, step your foot up a little bit closer to the armpit. All right, and then pin the TFL with your shin. You guys can probably see it a little better on this side. And then I'm going to do a little dance. Try bringing your foot up a little bit more. Catching more of the glute. No. No, more up towards your arm. Yeah, get the see right there what's soft, the muscle there? Yeah, you want to feel that. Notice how my knee is bent a little bit. It kind of goes at the angle of where the muscles are. Yeah, and then just roll. Good?
Yeah, it's great stuff. Learn a lot.
And then we'll catch hands again. Okay. You can reach down and grab their hands and then pin their sacrum with your foot. See that? See how I kind of pull it up? And we'll take a breath in, and on the exhale. All right, and then I'll lower him down and bring his hands straight back, just so he's set up. I don't have to ask him to reach his arms back. All right, I'll catch his left foot with my right. Lift it back up. All right, I'll scoot him to the other side again. Try to make some space on the mat. His arms reach straight back. And I'll just kind of, so I'm not even going to turn him yet. I'm just going to rock him a little bit, prep him. Okay?
You see where this is going.
Yeah. Go a little bit more to the side. And then roll him all the way over. All right. Can you scoot up a little bit, Chester?
Scoot that way.
Like go right on the, you can bring your arms, like, when you come onto your belly, you can keep your arms straight ahead, or you just kind of put them like next to your shoulders. You guys getting hot? Getting hot in here. Think of doing this in Thailand. It's just like we're giving you the ambiance in Thailand. Alright, toes in, heels out. And you can just walk on the soles of the feet a little. And feel the way that you can kind of fit your foot into the arch of their foot. You can do one foot at a time. You can do both feet. I'm getting the thumbs up. All right, and then from here, we'll come into a lunge. Right foot steps to the outside of their right knee. And then we'll bring our palms to their calves and just palm our way up the calves. 18, are you trying to turn the AC on?
No, I opened the door and the fans are out.
Okay, cool. I think the fans are good. That's cool. The AC will make it too cold.
It'll also drip right through you guys.
All right. So just palming the way up and down the calves. And then we'll do some circles at the knees. Yeah. Being sure not to put a lot of pressure on the knee joint, delicate joint. Okay? And then we'll palm our way up the thighs. About 3 presses on each leg to get up to the gluteal fold, otherwise known as the thut. You guys all know that, right? Not quite the thigh, not quite the butt. The thut.
That's a nice glove.
That's a nice thut you got there. Alright, sit back.
I'm not commenting on yours, pal.
Alright, and then lift the feet up. Tuck underneath. Okay. And then hold the heel with your hands and bring the forearm in line with the toes, and then just kind of lean back like this. Actually, you're leaning in and a little bit forward.
Yeah. You can go more. Yeah.
Keep going.
Go more
I
if
can
you
feel the
want.
resistance.
Good.
Is it okay?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh.
No pain yet. Not painful at all. That's more my lower back than mine.
Alright.
There you go.
And then
I like that
you
better.
can roll a little bit. Yeah, the closer you bring the heels to the butt, the more it'll kind of be a lower back compression. which is not good or bad, but if you just draw the elbows down and lean in, it'll be more the calves. And then you can kind of rock them a little bit. And then we'll bring the knees out a little wider. And I'll bring one foot in to catch right behind the knee. And then I'll bring my hand to the glute that's free there.
Oh yeah.
Palms up and down. It's the IT band and the outer edge of the hamstring. And then we'll switch to the other side.
We could stay here longer.
You good? And then we'll make our way down.
Don't rush it, Aaron. We've got all night.
Aaron, did you just switch legs?
Yeah, we switched legs. Did you guys switch legs? Everyone switch legs? I did, so. I said it, but it might have been a little incognito.
There? I found it on a man. That's not good.
That's not good.
Come on.
That's not good.
Too much?
No, he's really liking it.
Alright. Alright, lower the legs down. And we'll bring the hands on either side of the hips. Knees to the glutes. And I'll just rock in a few times, okay?
Great.
You can do a little windshield wipers.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good, huh?
You got 180 pounds. It doesn't feel like that.
No, it doesn't, huh?
Oh, amazing. Huh.
And it's sort of like that move that we did in the asana. Leaning forward, sitting back. And then bring the palms of your hands to the lower back. And you can kind of palm press on the back in between the shoulder blades. You don't want to go any higher than probably the middle of the shoulder blades. When you start to get up too high, it starts to press along the neck. Just to keep that going. All right, from here, can you bring your hands under your shoulders? Yeah. So you can ask them to bring their hands, palms, yeah, like you're going to come into like a cobra. Or you can just bring their hands into position, either one. And now I'm going to catch the hips, and then have them press back into child's pose. Let me know about your knees. Okay? All right. So just turn your fingers back. And then you can sit on your hands if they're in a position where you can do it. Just move in slow so that you have a chance to kind of see where the person's at. If they're super tight in their feet and knees and hips, then maybe just apply a little bit of pressure like this. One of the things about giving a massage like this is you got to kind of modify it depending on who you're working with. Finding the little differences.
It's a little tight, but it's okay.
All right, from here,
Too much weight?
No, it's okay.
From here, I'll walk around to the front and have them extend his arms. You good? Interlace your fingers. All right. So I want to get to a place where I can actually lift his elbows up and come onto the ball of my toes. You guys see that? So lift your heel up, yeah, and make sure the elbows are off the ground. Yeah. So you gotta lift your heel up to lift the elbows. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. From here, bring your hands to the lower back. We'll take a breath in, and on the exhale, just apply a little bit of traction. Breathe in and exhale. Traction is best in small doses. We'll just do 3. Inhale and. All right. I'm gonna step the foot up a little bit. Lower the heel, lower his hands down, and then bring one hand to the low back, one to the shoulder, and bring them all the way up into a kneeling position. And then just sit cross.
Sorry. You're heavy.
All right. We'll come to a kneeling position. Squeeze the top of the traps a little bit. It's nice to just kind of squeeze them with both hands and just allow the shoulders to release a little bit. And then I like to kind of get this point, it's like right by the armpit, the muscle, right on the outer edge of the scapula. All right, and then I'll bring the arms back and have them hold my wrist. Can you hold my wrist? Yes. And then lift your chest and look up. Yeah. So I bring my big toes right in between the shoulder blades and just do a little walk. If I want to get a little sharper and a little bit more, I can turn the knife edge of my foot in and see if I can even get a little bit underneath the shoulder blade. Be in a place where you're far enough away that your legs can go straight, so it's not that tense effort. Is good?
That's great.
Yeah.
It's alright, Gumby.
It's all right. All right. And then I'll bring them forward, hands on the knees, hands back to the shoulders, a couple more squeezes to the shoulders, and then Thai chops. And then 3 brushes, crown of the head, down the arms, crown of the head, down the back, and then crown of the head, down the back, and the legs. And then remember, if you're a man, you say kapun kap. So you kap at the end. If you're a woman, you say kapun kap. So think in the traditional Thai way. Kapun kap. All right, we don't have a whole lot of time, so just switch, and we'll talk a little bit right after so you can give a little feedback at the end.